Hey everybody, Brandon the Brony Pony here. I'm here with the good friend String Pitch, as he
Hey
goes
everybody.
by, or his name is Jesus, but he goes by String Pitch. And uh, basically, we're doing a few predictions about the upcoming Pony Meets World season 3. So, if you don't know Pony Meets World, it's a My Little Pony in Real Life series by Joey Oropeza, or formerly known as Schmet1 or Cat Pictures, or now he's known by Raging Barrage Films. But his YouTube channel is just Joey-O, which makes sense because that's the name he goes by in the series. Basically, it's a My Little Pony in Real Life series where basically the ponies, the main six, come through Jared's TV. Jared is the other character, Jared Ortiz. Um, they come through his TV and they go on a bunch of crazy adventures where, like, I don't want to spoil too much in case you decide to watch it, but something happens to Jared that they have to fix, and yeah, so, um, yeah, basically, in, uh, in, in season 2, there's a new villain that is the reason for why, well, I'm gonna go into spoilers, because if you're watching this, you've probably seen it. So, basically, Jared dies in season 1, and they have to basically save him from death and bring him back to life. And basically, he goes to Equestria to get it fixed, and um, basically, he has to stop Jared from. Well, he has to bring him back to life, and then he does, and then turns out they return everything to normal, but not really. It's actually still everything's still in chaos, and the ponies are still in the world. And then they have to stop Discord, who's the reason why the ponies are all here. And basically, yeah, Discord is the reason why the ponies are all there, and they have to stop Discord. And he tries to recap chaos in both worlds, and it's a really cool plot. And there was a sequel called Earth the Pony, which got canceled with Chrysalis, but that's not. I think that's being retconned in the new season, so it's not going to be canon anymore. Joey's pretty much confirmed that. So you don't need to watch Earth the Pony to understand Pony Meets World, unless there are some like references to Earth the Pony, maybe, but I doubt there will be, unless it's like. But basically, as a recap of what Pony Meets World's plot is going to be, it's basically going to be about a multiverse with all the generations of My Little Pony. Well, not all of them. I think it's just 3, 4, and 5. I don't think they're doing Generation 1 or anything like that, but I think they're doing Generation 3, 4, and 5. So it's the most popular generations. I think G1 is kind of popular, but I don't know if he's going to do G1. But I know he's going to do G3, 4, and 5 for sure. Basically the most recent 3 generations of the past like 10 years or 20 years, or 15 years or whatever, and basically yeah, I guess it would be 20 years because I think G3 started in like 2003 or something like that, or 2002 or 2001. I'm not really sure.
I think it was like 2002 or 3. I'm not actually sure. What I do know is that we did see Generation 3, we did see Generation 4, and we saw Generation 5. This new series, this new season of this whole gimmick, it's like my prediction is gonna be like it's gonna be like a type of WandaVision type of thing, or basically it's gonna be like a Doctor Strange or Loki type of multiverse.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We have seen I have seen Loki both seasons and Doctor Strange as well. And I basically we have also seen also the multiverse in some parts, and such as the Flash. We have seen it in the Flash where multiverses of different Supermans and Batmans kept clashing together. Different versions of Flash kept crashing together. My prediction for this series is gonna be like it's gonna be like that, or it could be like a Loki type of thing where one of them is not supposed to be there, or like 2 of them are not supposed to be there, and they all start vanishing and reappearing at the same time, like Loki in the season.
That could be interesting, yeah. What I was kind of thinking is they might do something like that, maybe, but like they also, well, I wanted to get into the villains, the main villains. I know it's pretty early, but I wanted to get into the main villains that I think they're gonna do for the series. Since they're doing Generation 5, an idea I kind of had was them pulling like a Spider-Man No Way Home sort of thing, where they have all the villains from across MLP. So like, I
True.
was thinking
True.
they
So
would do.
basically,
I was
in
thinking
your
they.
opinion, oh,
Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say like, sorry. I was just gonna say like, I think they would do something like Cozy Glow, Chrysalis, T-Rex, but they would also have Opaline. They would also have Opaline as a villain, which would be hype. That would be so hype.
but what my prediction on that one on the villains is actually I was gonna think like it's not only Cozy Glow, T-Rex, and Chrysalis. It could be like it could also be Groger because we've also seen Groger as the villain in G4. We also saw the Shadow Pony, which is
Yeah.
also a villain in the G4 series. We've also seen like some villains that were reformed, but what if my prediction would be that these are villains that were before they were reformed, basically pre-reformed villains. So basically, we would have evil Sunset Shimmer. We would also have Chrysalis too, because she's also a villain, obviously. We would also have Chancellor Nahuk, because Chancellor Nahuk also was about to
Oh,
become a villain before
Naysay,
he.
you mean? Naysay, you mean?
Oh yeah, Chancellor Naysay. He was almost this close to becoming a villain, but I was thinking like maybe Prince Blueblood. Maybe they would pull a version of Prince Blueblood, because we did see Prince Blueblood in Generation 4 where Rarity owned him. Rarity owned him, basically. But what if in this version of Prince Blueblood, he got his revenge and he was just about to kill one of the elements of harmony, which is Rarity herself, after what she did to him in the fall. And he comes into this multiverse and he's just looking for her, desperate to kill her. And it just starts.
That would be nuts. That would be insane.
Also, my other prediction for the villains would be the Flim Flam brothers. We did see an appearance from the Flim Flam brothers where their job is to basically swindle ponies out of their money and their bits. So in this version, in this multiverse, we would see them, but not in a reformed type of way, not in like a carnival way. We would see them in their carnival clothing, but they instead be like having ripped up clothing of the carnival. And basically, my prediction is that they're gonna arrive like very differently. Like it's not gonna be like a cheered up type of con pony and whatnot. No, they're gonna come in insane type. Basically, like they're gonna come in very insane. Like they think that they're still in a carnival, and they're just laughing maniacally with sorts of like clown ponies that have been turned evil and all that stuff. It's like Goosebumps in Welcome to Horrorland. It's like Goosebumps Welcome to Horrorland, but version My Little Pony with the Flim Flam brothers, where
Yeah.
the Flim Flam brothers are like the ringmasters of the whole circus, and this whole amusement, or like Carnival, like an old PC game that I used to play called Carnival, which basically talks about a man that accidentally brings back a carnival that used to be very famous in the old days, but now comes to rise from the dead, and then all the rides that you thought that were fun, the clowns and whatnot, all of them are evil now, and you have to kill them to save this woman from the carnival ride. It's really good, actually.
Yeah, I think that could be option one for the villains. The villain direction they could take, like them having like a huge like amount of villains, like all attacking the human world. But I think another option is, and I think this might be a safer option, but I don't know if Joey would do it. Um, this is option two, is what I'm gonna predict. Is option two would be just having Opaline, and
I mean,
maybe Opaline wants to steal the magic from the TV, because maybe the TV is like becoming extra magical, and there's like a magical surge that causes
so
the multiverse to,
this idea.
it causes the multiverse to open. Like there's like a magical surge in the TV, like that causes the multiverse of ponies, the ponyverse, to open. Somehow there's some kind of magical surge, and Opaline manages to find her way through and finds out about the magic of this TV, and she realizes that this magic can make her more powerful, a more powerful alicorn. So she wants to harness the magic, But to do that, she has to come to the human world, and for that, she realizes that the human world is, weak and has no magic. So she wants to take over the human world and rule the entire human world, and as the ruler of the world, and she wants to rule both Equestria and the human world, and that's where Opaline is the main villain, and that's what I'm thinking is option 2, because I think option 1 with all the villains would be pretty crazy, and it would be pretty crazy if Joey did that. But I think if Joey wanted to have, like, since he's having G5, I could see him doing Opaline as the main villain, which would make sense because she's a really evil. She's one of the most.
Let's talk about something. Let's talk about one of the villains here that we never actually talked about. There is a slight chance that we may see a new villain, because if some of you haven't seen the chapter 6 of My Little Pony Make Your Mark, in the ending episode of Secrets of Starlight,
spoilers for G5, so if you don't want to be spoiled, click off now. But yeah, spoiler warning.
Yeah. So spoilers for chapter 6 of My Little Pony Make Your Mark. We did see a new villain in the Secrets of Starlight episode, where it's like a Jacquin. Is it? I don't know, because it looked like one of the Jacquins from Elena of Avalor, right? It looked like one of the Jacquins from Elena of Avalor.
Yeah, I always thought that was Starlight that got corrupted, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
It's not possible. I mean, we did see Secrets of Starlight, but then in the end, we got something different.
Yeah.
And let's be honest here. There's a fan fiction in the website that talks about what would happen if Sprout Cloverleaf was manipulated like Stygian from the Shadow Pony series. Like, the episode where the Shadow Pony manipulated Stygian and they both merged with each other. What if we had that one fanfiction that was still in the website? It basically talks about when Sprout Cloverleaf is told by the Shadow Pony to unite with him, and in that moment there was a fight, and then basically the Elements of Harmony from Generation 4 come back, but if they were all adults, like they were all adults and all grown up, and then they start fighting the Shadow Pony and whatnot. I was thinking maybe Joey could have Sprout Cloverleaf as it's like basically a hidden villain in this, because we did see in the movie we did see Sprout Cloverleaf trying to destroy Sunny Starscout's house, which he does, admittedly. But nowadays we've seen him trying to redeem himself. But what if this version was like more of a what if he succeeded? What if he succeeded in erasing Sunny Starscout from her, like basically another part of his universe?
That could be interesting, actually. Another thought I had was like moving away from like the main antagonist, but kind of still staying in that a little bit, but kind of moving a little bit away. Bruce the Balloon Man or whatever, who played Discord. What if he returned, but he returned as the reformed Discord from the show? Like, the one that likes Fluttershy, the one we all love and hate at the same time. He's kind of a jerk, but kind of a troll, but he's also still kind of nice, slightly. He's nice as he can be, but he's still kind of a troll. What if Bruce, the balloon guy, managed to Discord, returned it to the human world, and this is just a prediction I have. Like, if you were to bring back Bruce, he would bring him back as the reformed Discord from the show, and that would be, and maybe it's like a retelling of one of the episodes. It's like a retelling of Keep Calm and Flutter On, where Bruce is playing as a human Discord, and Fluttershy has to like reform him or something, or maybe it's not Fluttershy, maybe it's someone else. I don't know. Maybe Joey has to reform him or something. That would be.
What about Starlight Glimmer? I mean, we did have someone reform Starlight Glimmer, which is Twilight Sparkle. So I was thinking maybe Starlight Glimmer would reform Discord, because we did have theories about what would happen about Cozy Glow.
Yeah.
And let's actually addressing the elephant in the room. My prediction is that we would not only see these 3 different versions of Generation 3, 4, and 5, we would see different different versions of these three generations. So basically, it would not be just the originals. It would be basically different versions of them. Think about Loki. Think about Loki. Loki saw multiple versions of himself, including the alligator, which was very funny and ridiculous at the same time.
Yeah.
But what if Joey did this as in the Loki series? What if there were different versions of all these three generations? Of some of them evil, some of them kind, some of them reformed, some of them not, etc., etc., etc. It's like basically Loki says there's an infinite amount of universes, and this is it.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I think also an idea that I kind of had was basically the Earth to Pony universe is referenced, and maybe it's like another universe. It's one of the other many multiverses, which I think Joey might have implied slightly, like subtly. But like, what if like somehow like they get they reference the Earth to Pony universe, but they just reference it subtly, or maybe heavily. I don't know. Maybe there's another universe where Joey gets shot or Dirk gets shot, or I don't know. But that would be pretty interesting. Like if they had like a view into the universe, and we got to see Robert. Well, then again, not we wouldn't see Robert again because the cast is gone for that. But it would be cool if they like referenced Earth to Pony and it being another universe. And they
Basically,
and
yeah.
maybe they joked about it. Maybe they just joked about it and like just playfully like brushed it off like as a little reference, like they just reference that universe exists. Like they acknowledge that universe exists in another dimension, in another universe.
He would just basically say, let's just move on and pretend this never happened. He would just say that in his line. He would just look at that universe and he just looks at them and he's like, moving on. Let's just not. Let's just not talk about this and just move on. Moving on.
Yeah,
Literally walk off to the other direction.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that actually. Yeah.
I can see Joey. I can see Joey pulling off a little comedic timing, and he just literally looks at the universe, looks at the audience, and he just breaks the fourth wall, and he's like, "For those of you who don't know, this is not canon. This is not canon at all. This never happened. Don't think."
I can see Joey breaking the fourth wall. That'd be hilarious.
He just looks at the camera, and he's like, "Just so you know, this never happened. Don't even think about it." And he just, all right, resuming our adventure. Let's just pretend this never happened. And then there's the elephant in the room, which is Pinkie Pie. Let's just face it, Pinkie Pie is the queen of breaking fourth walls.
Yeah.
Could we please talk about the elephant in the room, which is Pinkie Pie? She's literally the fourth wall breaker, and she literally has been throwing references left and right. And let's be honest, she also is like a prediction. She basically is she's like a psychic. She knows exactly what happened, and she tells the others what happened, and they're all like, "This is normal."
Yeah. And another option I could see, or another part of the predictions, is animation. I wonder how much animation this is gonna have. Like, is it gonna have more animation than Pony Meets World? And because obviously, how are they going to have the G5 ponies? Because there aren't a lot of G5 green screens. So are they gonna have SFM animation with the G5 models for the G5 ponies, and then 2D animation by No One Cool? Because honestly, I'd love to be an SFM animator.
Well, hold on a second.
Joey, if you want, I could SFM animate for this. It could be good practice for me.
Actually, I have someone I might recommend to Joey. His name is Storm F3X. Storm F3X.
XF3, yeah.
Storm XF3 is a master of Adobe Animate, and he has literally been doing animations of My Little Pony G4. Joey, if you're looking for someone that actually knows how to use that animation, Storm XF3 is really good at animation. He's been using Adobe Animate since, hold on, let me check. Oh wow, he's been doing it for like a ton of years now. In fact, the first time he started using Adobe Animate was when he started the series of he's been actually using it for a long time now, and he also started improvising in Rainbow Dash's Precious Book, and yeah, he's still doing it to this
Well, the
day.
thing is, I think Joey still is in contact with No One Cool, so he's probably gonna still have No One Cool do the 2D animation parts. But if he's looking for a 3D animator for the G5 ponies, I would gladly audition. Like, I would gladly volunteer, because I need to practice my SFM animating, and as long as it's
Not
not
only, not only that,
as long as it's
not
not
only
too
that,
complex, that would be good practice for me, and if I got paid for it, I mean, I wouldn't ask for payment, obviously. I would do it for free. I would do it for free, obviously. I would only get paid if I really needed to. But Joey, if you're watching this right now, because I'm sharing this in your server, but if you're watching this right now, I would gladly love to animate G5 ponies for your series. Like, it would be an honor. So just let me know, because I would be good practice for me. So I'm not the best, but I could definitely try my hardest.
actually, I can't stop you there because there's actually been an upgrade. Someone in this community, in the My Little Pony 3D art community, has actually made a Make Your Pony thing, which basically means you can make your character based on the G5 movie.
Oh, all
They,
right.
his name is hold on, let me check. Ah, here it is. His name is Jay Pasta. Now, for those of you who don't know, Jay Pasta is the one and only behind the Make Your Pony Blender file, which
Oh.
basically he made it into a sort of geometry nodes type of thing. And he's been doing this for quite a time now, and now he's released his recent version, which is Make Your Pony 0.4. And for those of you who don't know, I was thinking like maybe Joey, if he needed to do a 3D animation, he would have to use either Blender or Maya, because we've talked about this before, Brandon, where SFM was not very good for animation nowadays, and how Blender and Autodesk Maya have been the runner-ups for that software.
Yeah, so you might want to use Blender.
And let's be honest, Blender has actually improvised a lot over the years. In fact, the recent one of 4.0 has also added a new set of animation nodes and whatnot, smoothing, whatnot, modeling. So basically, he could just ask for a 3D animator to animate his ponies of My Little Pony Generation 5, which, by the way, someone actually made. Oh, Macarayo. Macarayo is the guy behind the whole 9 yards of. Actually, did you know that Macarayo is actually the animator? Wait, actually, he's basically one of the My Little Pony animators of 3D, and he's actually ripped off the models from the game of My Little Pony: A Maritime Bay Adventure.
Oh yeah, I know about that. That's why I was saying, like, I would love to animate for Joey in SFM, because they have the model in SFM now. So, yeah, Joey.
He's basically done a long time of it. He's basically done a long time of it. And actually, he was the one who imported the map from Maritime Bay all the way into Blender and whatnot.
Wow.
I mean, let's face it. We need to have 3D animators recognized as well, because it's not just 2D.
Oh. Yeah. But now for the next part, like, well, I will say, I think Joey's gonna get either SFM or Blender animation for the G5 ponies. Like, I can see that from.
Autodesk Maya has shown its potential, Brandon. Let's not forget Autodesk Maya has been used by Disney itself, and let's be honest, it has shown quite the potential.
Yeah, that's true. But I will say, for the next part, the predictions, I'm thinking we talk about the story. So, what is the plot of episode 1 going to be? Let's see. How are they going to open this series? Like, I'm thinking Well, one thing, I think it's inevitable that they bring back the classic Pony Meets World music, like the dun 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 dun. Like that would be a missed opportunity.
That would be like a reference to like a kickback to the old project he started, which really got him a lot of views and subscribers. And let's be
Like
honest, this was worth the wait.
like if Joey did not use the original theme song, that would just blow my mind. Like he has to, and he just has to. It would be a missed opportunity if he didn't. Like it's Pony Meets World, and that theme song is like synonymous with the series. So all the
And let's be
multiple
honest, there are some nostalgic people out there who would love to hear that theme song over and over and over again.
Yeah, I would love to. I freaking love that theme. But yeah. So you could use that theme, open it, and then I think what'll happen is what I kind of predict is that they're gonna recreate episode 1 of Pony Meets World, where Jared is like sitting in his chair, he's watching My Little Pony, except this time maybe he'll have his daughter be a character in it. So maybe he canonically has a daughter, and maybe he hasn't told us yet, but Jared's daughter is going to be a character in the series, like a little minor character, and he's going to be and you know how he watches MLP with his daughter, how he said, and he's actually watching My Little Pony with his daughter, and it's like a recreation of episode 1 of Pony Meets World, except he has his daughter with him, and basically, because obviously his daughter loves seeing him in Pony Meets World, so I bet she would love to actually be a character in it, and you know, she would probably make her so happy to actually be in the series because she loves watching it. So maybe Jared just hasn't told us yet because he's saving it as a surprise that he's gonna have his daughter be featured. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But if not, I feel like they are gonna recreate episode 1 of Pony Meets World, at least the beginning part. Like I'm almost like seeing that from a mile away because it would be a missed opportunity if they didn't do that. But I feel like they're gonna recreate the very first scene where Jared is gonna be the first character we see. Like Jared is gonna be the first character we see. I'm
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
yeah,
Guaranteed.
I'm predicting that. Like, they're gonna just throw it right in our face. Jared's back. Here it is. He's right here at the very beginning. And then we're gonna see Joey later, like we did in the first episode, instead of seeing Joey first, like in Earth the Pony. And I think they are gonna, like, have him watching, instead of watching MLP Friendship is Magic, he's gonna be watching G5. Probably not Make Your Mark, although that would be cool, but I think he's gonna be watching the movie. Although I prefer Make Your Mark. Make Your Mark's way better. But I think they're gonna recreate the episode 1, like I said, where Jared and his daughter, or just Jared, one of the two, is gonna be the first character we see, and he is going to be watching G5, either the movie or Make Your Mark. Probably not Tell Your Tale, but he's going to be watching either he's going to be watching either A New Generation or Make Your Mark. I'm going to probably say A New Generation because that's the one most people associate with G5. But it would be cool if he was actually like surfing Netflix and he actually watched Make Your Mark on Netflix. But then again, the movie's on Netflix too, so I think he'll be watching on Netflix. And basically, he'd be watching that, and then suddenly he just it's like a almost shot for shot remake of like episode 1, and like and of episode 1 of Pony Meets World, where he's like you know just going through his house or whatever, and he gets a call or something, but it's not like the Shaniqua, it's like something, maybe it's like a call from like some kind of mysterious person, and like maybe it's like a call from like some mysterious person that we'll find out who it is later, maybe, or something like that. Like it's like who is this? And then he's like he gets a call from some kind of scary dude, and you can actually hear the voice this time because technology's improved. Almost like when you heard Rydell's voice in that one thing, you're like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Yeah, it's like you hear the guy's voice on the phone because he has it on speaker, and it's a newer phone, by the way, because newer phone.
I wouldn't be surprised if he actually threw a little reference to the Finance at Freddy's phone guy. He's like, "Hello, hello, hello," and then like it would just transition to that. It would be awesome if they actually referenced Finance at Freddy's. Man, that would be cool.
And then here's what I think is going to happen. So this is my prediction. So I think what's going to happen is somehow there's going to be a spark in the TV, and we're going to see like the channels flipping through Friendship is Magic from G5, G3, and it's gonna be like glitching out. It's gonna be glitching a bunch, and we're gonna see all the different generations like all appearing on the TV, and then they're gonna somehow like merge together, and then we're gonna see all the ponies from all the generations on the screen together, and then they're gonna jump through the TV. Or maybe what they'll do is they'll do the main six first, or they might do the G5 characters first, and then they'll be the first ones to appear, and then the main six will come back later, or I don't know how they'll do it, but
Maybe hold on. Maybe they would do it like in order. Maybe Joey would do it like in an order, like first the Generation 5, then the Generation 4, then the Generation 3. Or if it was vice versa, it would be the Generation 3, then the fourth, then the fifth.
or they might do it like do the Generation 4 ponies last, save the best for last. They might do Generation 5, then Generation 3, and then finally Friendship is Magic. So they'll make us wait.
It would be like in a later episode where Joey would introduce them as like the cinematic music entrance of the Generation 4. But my prediction is the ponies that will appear from Generation 4, they will appear as, my prediction is that he will make them appear as they look like in the last episode.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Although in the trailer we see Twilight in her normal form. That's the thing.
Yeah, but what if we had like a multiverse? It says multiverse, so I was thinking that maybe we would see her, but another version of her, but in a grown-up version.
Ooh, that would be cool. That would actually be cool. Like if it was like time travel and
Yeah,
like time travel and multiverse, that would be interesting.
time swapping actually, where we basically see like Twilight Sparkle from the Twilight Sparkle younger version, and then Twilight Sparkle adult version, and it would actually happen with the different characters because we would. Oh my gosh, Brandon!
What?
My prediction might actually happen or not. We're just gonna have to see. My prediction for this one is that Joey would actually give out like different versions of Generation 5, but if they were all grown up, and Generation 3. We have never ever seen Generation 5 nor 3 in their grown up versions.
Yeah.
This would be a shocking development for the whole community of My Little Pony.
Yeah, and also I think that what he might do is, because this was originally planned for Earth the Pony episode 6, and this would fully prove, if this happened, this would fully confirm that Earth the Pony is completely non-canon. Like, this would confirm it, because it was supposed to happen in episode 6. And I feel like if this happened in Pony Meets World Season 3, which I think Joey did allude to, so he, that it might happen. I think he did mention it actually is going to happen, but I don't remember if I'm remembering right or not. I think he said it in the behind the scenes, but you haven't seen that because it's Patreon exclusive. But I won't spoil. I'm not going to spoil what happens in what he says in that, but I'm just going to say one thing that he says in it, which is Twilight was supposed to become an alicorn in episode 6 of Earth the Pony. So what if Twilight gets wings in this version of Pony Meets World Season 3? Because I think Joey did kind of allude to that behind the scenes. I'm not going to go too into detail with that since it's Patreon exclusive. But, he did kind of allude to that happening. So maybe, possibly, Pony Meets World Season 3 will see the alicornification of Twilight Sparkle in her own version in the Pony Meets World universe. And I think that would be really awesome if that happened, and we got to see like her transformation into an alicorn, and like that would be really cool. And yeah, that would be really awesome if that happened.
I wouldn't be surprised because we did see Twilight Sparkle get her wings back. So I am almost 100% sure we're going to see Twilight Sparkle with her alicorn wings, Twilight Sparkle without her wings, and the Twilight Sparkle that's grown up.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. That'll be really awesome. And yeah, I think somehow they're gonna have to. What I think is gonna happen is they're gonna have to save the multiverse, because it's possible. My prediction, going back to the villains, is that now I want to kind of redo my prediction about Opaline. Maybe Opaline is the main villain, and she wants to take over the multiverse. and maybe that's their goal. They have to stop Opaline from ruling the multiverse. So Opaline
That,
is going
hold
to be the
on.
main
That
villain.
sounds like that sounds like a Disney, like on a Marvel's thing. That sounds like a Marvel's movie that they made. Which one was it? The Avengers Endgame thing, or was it the Infinity War?
I don't
Um,
remember because I haven't seen them, but I think it might be Infinity War.
it might have been Infinity War or Endgame. I'm not sure. To those of you who've seen it,
Sorry, Endgame. I meant it might have been Endgame. That's what I meant to say, not
if
Infinity
you
War.
guys, if you guys know it, let us know. If you guys know which movie we're talking about, please put it in the chats. But right now,
Yes.
if they were to do that, wouldn't that mean that she also would like reunite herself with other villains from Generation 3 and
Oh yeah,
4?
yeah, that would be interesting actually. Opaline is the main villain, but she recruits other villains to help her take over the multiverse. So
I
like,
mean, we did see villains in Generation 3. We did see villains in Generation 4, and there are actually some villains in Generation 5 we've not seen yet in full production. So what if Opaline reunites with these villains from Generation 4 and 3, and they all team up to create like a sort of army that Opaline makes, and
yeah,
she basically they all have to charge against the different versions of the good guys, which is Joey and the others. Also, my prediction is that there's not only going to be different versions of these generations, but also of Joey and Jared.
yeah, I could see that actually, because Joey did actually hint towards that in the behind the scenes. I won't go too much into it, but he kind of alluded that there could be like versions of Joey where Joey was the first character you see in Pony Meets World, or where like or Joey died instead of Jared, or like alternate versions of Pony Meets World. So like
And
oh,
it could be a callback. It could be a callback to Pony Meets World, where or Earth to Pony actually, where Joey and Derpy got both shot, and we didn't see what happened to them afterwards, and then the whole series got canceled. So it might be a callback to that.
yeah, and it could be like where like Jared went to Equestria instead of Joey, and Jared was the main character instead of Joey. Like Jared was the main character, and Jared was the one who, and then there was an Earth to Pony universe where Jared was in Joey's place. Like Jared was the Earth Pony, and Joey was in the army. That would be interesting. Like Joey was the one in the army, and Jared
I
was the
mean,
one that fought against Chrysalis. So
it
Jared was
makes
like
sense.
where their
I
roles are
mean, it makes
swapped.
sense. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense since we did see this in Loki. We did see this in Doctor Strange in the multiverse.
Yep.
So yeah, and we've also seen this in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 1 and 2.
Yeah. So yeah. So I don't know if I can think of anything else left to say. So do you have any final thoughts before we end the video?
My final thoughts is that this series, this season right now, is gonna have a lot of unexpected references and unexpected callbacks and unexpected surprises. I can all say.
Yeah. And just one final thing I want to say. Do you think this series will be bigger in scale than both Pony Meets World season 2 and season 1 and Earth to Pony combined?
Absolutely, Brandon. I am 100% sure this season will be much bigger than those two. Take those two, but combine them and make it even bigger, times three.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty crazy. And he did just a little hint, but he did kind of hint at season 4. I won't talk about it too much, but because I'm not really supposed to. But yeah, but there might be a season 4 coming. So yeah,
So yeah, we may expect a lot of unexpected surprises and whatnot. It all depends on how this story goes. My prediction is that this season will be skyrocketing to the top of the sky.
yeah, and I am actually a Patreon supporter, so I get to see it early, but I might react to it when I get early access, but I will not premiere the reaction until after the full release is out. So,
That is true.
because I want to start doing reactions, and I want my kickoff to reactions to be, well, actually, I'm probably going to react to Real World Meet the Quester Girls episode 2 first. Um, by Joe
Oh,
Flash. So
that series is good. That series is good.
yeah,
We've never
because
actually.
that's supposed to release this month. According to Joe Flash, so I might react to that first. 'Cause I've been promising Joe Flash I was going to. So I might react to episode 1 and then episode 2. I've already seen episode 1, but I might re-react to it, and then I might do episode 2. I might react to them both in one video maybe. And then my second reaction will be Pony Meets World season 3 episode 1, and I will probably have a good laugh because I'm sure it's gonna bring back the comedy that was in Pony Meets World. Because the only downside about Earth the Pony is that I didn't really laugh a whole lot. I didn't have a lot of laughing moments. Um, in Pony Meets World, oh my god, I was cracking up like crazy. Jared was so fucking hilarious. Excuse my language, but
I mean, let's face it. We've all had to really laugh at that moment where Jared was like the number one comedic champion. If there was ever a championship, Jared will be the number one first place.
yeah, like okay, that's my final thoughts. One last topic is the comedy. I think the comedy is gonna be gold. I think it's gonna be like kind of sort of inappropriate a little bit with swearing. I think they're gonna bring back swearing because that was not in Earth the Pony. They took out the swearing, so I think swearing is gonna be back, and I think it unfortunately it's probably gonna be censored, which sucks. Yeah, but they're gonna bring back swearing, and I think they're gonna have like swearing comedy, and they're gonna bring that back because I think this series is gonna aim to feel like you're watching the original Pony Meets World. It's gonna have the same humor, same similar kind of humor.
It almost,
They're gonna make it feel like Pony Meets World.
I'm gonna say this right now. My prediction is that in the comedic sense, Jared is gonna have a lot more bangers for this one. It's gonna be golden.
Yeah, and I'm guaranteeing that episode 1 is probably gonna have some really comedic moments. And I just had a thought, but I think Pony Meets World season 3 episode 1, the premiere, is gonna be pretty long because I think that's why it's taken so long because I think and why it's not coming out till February because I think it's gonna be kind of a lengthy premiere. Like I don't think it's gonna be short. I think it's gonna be like season 2 episode 1, which was kind of a big premiere. I think it's gonna be like a grand premiere, and then episode 2 is gonna be a lot shorter. So I think what they're gonna do is the premiere is gonna be pretty long, which I'm looking forward to if I'm right about that. But even if not, it'll also be cool. But I think it's gonna be a little bit long, not too long. I'm gonna say maybe 20 minutes or so, maybe 25. Probably not as long as like the um, season 1 finale or season 2 premiere, but I think it's gonna be a little bit longer than his usual stuff. And I think honestly his episodes are gonna try and go a little longer because I feel like his episodes for Earth the Pony were way too short, and I feel like they were kind of rushed a bit. Like I feel like he kind of rushed it a little bit. No offense, Joey, of course. I know you were trying hard on that, but if you're watching this, but I just feel like Earth the Pony was a little rushed because that's just my honest critique. I feel like it was a little rushed because, obviously there was only 6 episodes as opposed to 8, and there was no long premiere or and I don't think Earth the Pony episode 6 was going to be that long. And if it was, I don't know, maybe it was, but the episodes we saw were very short, and I get he was working hard on it, but like it seems like it was kind of rushed. And I feel like this new series is going to be treated with love and care because he said that wait for episodes is going to be a lot longer. Like it's going to take a while to get episodes out. Like he's not going to be releasing because with Earth the Pony he was just pumping out episodes. He was pumping out episodes within like few months. That's what makes me feel like it was a little rushed because he was releasing episodes way too quick, and I feel like that's why it was so. The episodes were so short because he was getting them out as fast as possible, and he was kind of rushing it. And that's just my honest critique. Don't hate on me, Joey. That's just my honest critique. But I feel like this series, given how he has said and Jared has said that the episodes are going to be a little more spread out. I think this series they'll be taking more of their time with this series, which even though it'll be a longer wait, that's fine because it means we'll get a more quality product and longer product, and that's good. So that's a good thing because it'll be more effort and care put into it, and I like that. And I'm really looking forward to the series. And can't wait until February. Hopefully, since I'm a Patreon supporter, I'll get to see it on my birthday. That'd be awesome. Or sometime before my birthday. That'd be cool. If I get to see it like a week or so early, that'd be pretty cool. So, anyway, last final thoughts before we end the video.
None at all, Brandon. This whole series, this season is gonna be a banger. Let's guarantee it.
All right, cool. Well, I hope you guys all liked our predictions. That was I'm really looking forward to the series, and hope you all are as well. I'll be reacting to it, but I won't be posting my reaction until the full release comes out. So I'll be reacting to it early. So keep an eye on our channel for that, but I won't be posting it until the full episode, the full public release is out, to respect Joey, because I don't want to take advantage of, I don't want to share it with anyone early when they're not supposed to see it unless they're Patreon. So I'm going to be reacting to it as soon as I get access to it, and then posting it on the channel probably a day after the release, just to give people time to see it. So, yeah, a day after the release, that's when I'll premiere it. So anyway, that was our predictions, and hope you guys are looking forward to more stuff on the channel. Keep an eye out. Alright, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more stuff. I'm going to try and do reactions on the channel. Talk to you guys later. Brandon the Brony Pony out.